Hello guys, I am back here with another Shadow of the Colossus episode. Today we will be fighting Avion. Avion is a bird, as the name implies. Avion is actually probably my fourth favorite Colossus. I'd have to say, probably the fourth. Fagro can steer. There we go. Avion, I believe, is gonna take a longer walk to get to, but shouldn't be too long. Where is Avion? I'm actually confused. Also, one thing I do have duty-feel need to point out, there are actually beams where we killed all the Colossus if you haven't noticed yet. Avion's down here, I believe. You can't easily get lost going to Avion, but relatively, the path that we are trying to take is you know what? I'm not even gonna explain it because I might get this wrong. I kind of suck at going to Avion, but we'll see how it goes. You just gotta see. I don't think we're going. I think we actually are gonna head down to a forest today. We'll see once we get there. Avion, as the name implies, it does go over a ton of water, which I really think is necessary for a flying Colossus, because otherwise you would die if you fell, and that's not something someone I guess wants to experience. We do have finally our first shrine though, the little lizard. Now I can show you my lizard hunting expertise. So if aggro doesn't scare it away first. Aggro actually can kill one of these lizards if he steps on it, though. Those are sometimes a hassle to get, because they do like to hide around. There he is. As you can see, they're different from the normal lizards. I missed. That's a problem. He's gonna get back up. Well, if you hit next to it, it kind of falls down, but I don't think I actually killed it, but we will head up there just to see. Nope, it's right there. It did just taunt me. There it is, again. I thought I was good at hunting lizards, apparently not. It does take 8 of these lizards to equal up to how much grip you would get from a Colossus though, so it is just a tiny grip boost, but even a tiny bit can help. I thought I saw it. Sometimes lizards are a pain to get. Sometimes they like to be annoying and go somewhere, and that somewhere is up here. I have to go to the very top of this frickin' temple. I believe where is this one is residing. I just fell. Sometimes it's easier just to come to the very top of this and hunt it. Just looking down, because sometimes it does like to come up here. This is not one of those cases though. Well, there's actually 2 ways you can kill a lizard. One by hitting it in the body and then it fools die, but if you hit it just by the tail, it does run off and live. You whip out your sword, and you just crouch, and then you pick it up. Mount aggro in style, and we move out. I've always hated finding this dumb bird, but I think we have to cross this bridge. So we shall cross said bridge. So we actually are going to head in the forest. The forest in these games are absolutely stunning. At least I think. You'll see it once we actually get in there, though. Forests in this game are absolutely beautiful. They look like a natural forest that you could go and visit. Sadly, you can't. And good thing you can't, because there are evil demons in the forest. But, we need to find this Colossus. We're going back out of the forest now, I believe. It's easier to hop off Bagger actually at this point, I believe. Actually, yeah. Well, basically, our next point of interest is up here with Avion. We have to go into this forest and then out of it. Avion is one of the harder Colossus to get to, at least for me. Maybe other people have an easier time with him, but always found it quite hard to get to.
Agro!
Let's make sure Aggro keeps up with us. I believe I have lost my way again. So Avion is over here, but I don't think this is the way. I figured... Okay, actually I know the way. I believe. There is a... Yeah, okay. So basically... That's mine. I believe we have to head back. I'm gonna see what's up here because, yeah, this is the Balagia. I believe back, all the way back over here, there's actually a little, is that, there's like a little offhang of sorts, and that is our way to them, but I will get back with you guys once I find my way. Hello guys, we're back. So basically, you don't want to go across any of these two bridges. Basically, once you want to come out of the temple, you just want to take up this little ridge off the side of this cliff, and then you just take this to Avion. I always do get lost, but at least we know how to get to another Colossus now. I don't want to spoil too much about Avion because Avion is actually a really interesting fight. That I really do enjoy. It looks like we're hunting another lizard. This one should be a bit faster if I don't mess it up first try. Lizards aren't really that active till you make them and you shoot them. Or if aggro runs around like a maniac. Some of these lizards are hard to spot. There he is. There we go, we got him. Now we just have to get all the way up there. In the original game, you actually had to shoot him twice with a bow, which made it a lot harder on these lizards, but they remastered it and just said, hey, that's kind of dumb. There it is.
Agro!
And now we're off to go fight Avion. If you ever played a Pokemon game, I would have to say Avion kind of looks like Zapdos. And that will make a lot more sense once you actually see Avion. But he does look a lot like Zapdos. I think I'm going the wrong way. Why am I so bad? What's this? But at least his facial features, characteristics wise, an actual body, he looks nothing like Zapdos. He's not a Thunderbird, but he is a bird. And we have reached Avion. Sadly, Aggro, is very scared of Avion, apparently. But Avion, we do have to leave Aggro behind, like normal. I just face planted, but do have to swim over there in these horrifying waters. It would kind of suck if we had to fight a Colossus in these, but we shall be fine. Have to get some water and then swim under this gap. Kind of even indicates to swim under it because it is kind of broken. But now we head up and head up to Avion. This is a very fog-covered lake. Really sets the atmosphere. As we head up these stairs, something weird's gonna happen. That is Avion. Avion does overlook this lake, for it is its domain. But, here's how you kill Avion. Avion does indeed fly, and that would be hard to get onto a flying creature. But there are these little areas with these 3 platforms. We're going to stand on the middle platform and get Avion to dive bomb us by aggroing it, and then we shall jump and grab onto it. Avion can kill you very easily because if you miss the jump and you get hit down, Avion will, and then you get back up on the platform, Avion will go for another swoop down and maybe kill you. Avion does do a lot of damage if it collides with you. But, let's hope we don't have to fall off. Avion has 3 sigils, 2 on its wings and 1 on its tail. And we are on Avion. Avion, it does have a really cool effect when it does dive bomb you, considering it does create a wave and mist because the water flies into the air. We are going to try to go for the tail last because it is the easiest. Getting onto these wings are a little bit hard because it is separated by fur. It's separated by bone, I mean. Avion also does fly, and it does not like us on it. It would be really good if we could do this in one go. Avion does do a barrel roll every time you hit it, though, which isn't good for us. But Avion's wing sigils are very weak because because if you stay on there too long, Avion does deplete your grip very fast. The best thing to do here is you want to stab Avion in its wing, and then it should flatten it out, but Avion is not caring for that right now. So another plan, if you stand right here, Avion should flatten out its wings. I don't know what Normally it doesn't. Okay, there we go. We should be able to get on these wings. Should just be one good stab. There goes that sigil. Yep, now we just have the tail sigil, which should basically be free. That's if we don't fall off first. I really do need it to stop flapping its wings. There we go. And we made it. Now we have to work our way back to its tail without falling off. This tail does get very narrow, but should be relatively easy. It won't stop you from here. That's why you normally do this one last. It's just smooth sailing. And that should be the final hit. There's Avion down. Avion really does make a picture in your mind, because Avion flies. For that big of a creature, for you to see fly is quite amazing. Sadly, Avion does have to die. It's actually one thing if you go close enough. I didn't see it because it landed so far away. But if you get close enough, Avion does float. You can see its little floating head. I will probably circle it. You'll see it. I'll circle in the video. But you can see its little floating, which is kind of terrifying. It makes you feel a little bit guilty. But we should probably start swimming away from the tentacles, even though they are inescapable. That's a sad truth. With Avion defeated, the idle fort goes down. Five down. The whole 16. My next foe is a giant lurks underneath the temple. A lust for destruction, but a fool it is not. Next time we will be fighting Barbara. I don't really like this boss too much. Barbara does have a killer beard though. I always do imagine Barbara with a monocle, but that's my own little thing. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.